people, and welcome to my review for Masterminds. So Masterminds is directed by Jared Hess, director of such films as Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre, and it follows the true story of a group of not-so-intelligent people who stole $17 million, and it's about the drama that went on with them, and all that. So this film has been moved around the schedule a billion times. It's had 6 different dates, which is crazy for a movie. So they just decided to release it now. There wasn't a lot of marketing going up to it. They did market it about a year ago, but they completely ended that marketing. So apparently now I got this. So this movie, basically with no marketing, needs to have obviously a lot of talent, and of course this one does. It stars Owen Wilson, Kristen Wiig, Jason Sudeikis, Zach Galifianakis, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones. Those are 6 huge comedic actors right now, 2 of which were in the new Ghostbusters. So it was really relying on the cast to try to get this to a good opening weekend. And while this got to a good opening weekend, this was not a good movie in any way. Well, okay opening weekend. Yeah, Masterminds is a very, very bad film, and I completely understand why Relativity just didn't want to get it out, how they were constantly moving it to this date, and this date, and this date, and this date, everywhere, and then just randomly decided to put it out now, hoping that they can make a quick buck, make back maybe half the budget, and then just bite the bullet on it. Yeah, so this film, in case you can't tell, is pretty bad. It's the type of movie that is bad on pretty much every single level, yet at the same time, I can't say that I vehemently hated it. I can't give this a 1 or a 2 out of 10. However, still a very bad film because it's insanely repetitive. It's the same thing just over and over, which makes the film insanely boring. It's really predictable. It's unfunny. It's the type of film that would definitely keep middle schoolers entertained, but it's not. That doesn't mean that it's funny in any way, because it's just middle school humor throughout, which isn't really funny. It's got an awful pace. The love story in it is atrocious. I have no clue what they were trying to do with that, because it would suddenly be such a happy tone and then somber, sad tone when it came to the love, or happy, insane tone when it came to the love, which was so dumb and so moronic. And it's also terribly crafted. I mean, the writing and the directing were pretty much aimless. They didn't really have anything that they wanted to do. They wanted to tell this story, but they told it in such a terrible way that it was in no way entertaining. And also, I already said the awful pace, but I need to get back to that because the pace in this movie has no clue what it wants to be. It changes what it is throughout. It decides to be it has overlong scenes. It has insanely short scenes. It decides to randomly jump around different plot points. There's literally a scene where 2 people are talking at a telephone. It goes over to someone in Mexico. It comes back and that guy is at a shop, goes shopping, and then comes back to the telephone booth as if nothing changed. What? This movie was so terribly edited and terribly paced, and I only really have one good thing to say about this movie, which was the actors. They all did a really good job. They knew how to master over the top. You know, a lot of times over the top is just over the top. It's annoying and it's terrible. However, they knew how to do it well in this movie. So I have to give credit to the actors, because without them, this would be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Thankfully, they all give decent performances. They all bring their comedic chops to it. I wish that Leslie Jones was more in this scenes, because she's a hilarious actress and she's in it for, 5 minutes? Maybe? Or probably 10 minutes, but still. So overall, I do have to say I very much dislike Masterminds. It's not a movie I'm going to give an insanely low score to, but it's not a good movie either, and I really don't like how they took this huge, serious deal of $17 million stolen. It still remains as one of the biggest heists in film history. Sorry, not in film history, in history, in U.S. history. Yet it's sort of made as a joke, and I wish that some of the material in it would have taken it a bit more serious. And at the end of the movie, when they show what happened afterwards and the amount of time that the character spent in prison and all, it doesn't fit with the movie. It's just so random and so weird. So yeah, overall, just don't see Masterminds. It's a really bad movie. If you're a middle schooler, you may laugh at it, But all in all, just don't watch this movie. I'm giving Masterminds a 3 out of 10. Type of score that would be way lower without the acting, and honestly, I just can't vehemently hate it. I don't know what it is about it. Probably just the actors, but I can't. So, 3 out of 10, don't see it. I would say I hate this movie, not vehemently hate, because that's only for 2 and below. Alright, that concludes my review for Masterminds. What are your thoughts on this film? Comment below. I am Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.